Oh, hello there. I bet you're wondering why the fashionable brown jacket. Well, that's so you don't see most of the shit I put up with on the daily, like some less desirable creators. But I sure Jesus it don't fucking rain, but it pours. I'm here in this flashy new format to address this brown booty streak on the otherwise right side of history who interrupted me while I was neck deep doing some just for funsies editing for a fellow creator. Cause that's just how you do. What can I say? I just like being neighborly. It feels nice to collaborate and try new things with, actual people. You should really apologize to them though, cause now I gotta stop what I was doing and take time out to respond to your nonsense. That's just rude, you fucking can't, is both how one would say can't in proper modern English, and currently a fantastic opportunity for a snide double entendre. But as I was saying, you fucking can't just put me on blast and expect nothing to come of it, baby. Peacefully, albeit with some clever and personally written wordplay. All this is coming straight from my crooked noodle, so buckle up, butterscotch. Now before I really dig in, no one harass this person, don't give them the views, don't comment on any of their stuff, don't give them your time of day or any of your valuable mental capacity. This regime in power in the US is bad enough. You don't gotta subject yourself to more. Let me do it for you. Now I meant what I said, flame wars are so 2018. But I think video responses got a little gas left in the tank, so let's cook.
Now, let's turn on the juice and see what shakes loose.
Unlike this horned-up hole-humper who's wholeheartedly whoring his tech-bro-pilled ideology that he actively refers to ChatGPT as her, hard pause. My brother in Christ, I do not have the mental capacity nor the will to try and figure out whether or not you're actively an incel, but anyone who stands GPT like this already practically stands a non-zero chance of being one, so I wouldn't really be shocked. I'm still gonna do the edit thing, cause I don't know if you are one or not, and I don't really care to dig through your content or give you any watch time. If you don't vibe with that, maybe just don't do incel things, like respond with an obviously GPT'd reply, or make a super stilted awkward response video, probably written by GPT, when you got arguably righteous pushback. Even if it wasn't written in part, if not completely by AI, tell me how a guy with 200 subs is able to string along a thought more coherently and weirdly with more breath given my waistline, than you. And I wouldn't have even found out that you were on your own bargain bin off your wagon shit if it weren't for a long-winded dude adding me in the comments with, surprise, surprise, not only taking what you'd call the anti-AI side, the right side, mind you, and, doing so more so respectfully than you would go on to do? But what do I know? Matter of fact, let's take a look at one of those replies you conveniently look past, shall we? I agree with you 100%. That and the fact that the massive data centers to run them are extremely bad for the environment, at least for now. Both because their water cooling drives drain the water from nearby towns, the majority black town that Musk's AI center is next to, Memphis, Tennessee, has consistent reports of water shortages that are a direct result of the AI center, as well as the massive amount of electricity that those things use. And because the US refuses to get rid of fossil fuels as their majority energy source, it causes a massive increase in fossil fuel usage as well. And that's not even mentioning how leftist journalist Ed Zitron proved one of his recent articles on his Where's Your Ed At newsletter proves how much of a money pit generative AI, as well as LLMs and AI in general, really are. Like one of his newsletters shows how OpenAI spent $9 billion just to lose $5 billion more. It's a giant money pit, and it's only a matter of time when all of these AI companies are forced to pay the trillions of dollars that they wasted. Godless Gardner is 100% in the wrong on this, and article after article proves it time and time again. I was just under the impression that we were having a polite conversation in the YouTube comments, and I was just happy that I was talking with what seemed like rational, decent folk. And I said, I appreciate that, and your calm and reasonable explanation and expansion on the topic. I'm thankful we were able to have a decent discussion on this. And Holmes replied, I agree, I just hope that our explanations in his reading of Ed Zitron's Where's Your Ed At, I don't think he's reading that, buddy. Newsletters should he actually do what he preaches and learn new stuff, even if it proves his original assumptions wrong. I think we all know what he's going to do. Will be enough to stop using it, at least for the foreseeable future. Though, given his unwillingness to not want to stop making far-right venture capitalists richer, I'm not getting any hopes up. Unfortunately, I will be pleasantly surprised if he does, though. Me too, buddy. I'm gonna be honest here. I was gonna do this bit where I went through the comments and read some really choice replies going like, How about another one? And what the hell, let's make it a hat trick. But the truth is, homie's channel on YouTube is more barren than the freshly shaven valley of the average femboy's chest that I don't really have a whole lot to work with here. And I'm not ChatGPT, so I'm not just gonna pull something out of my ass. And I just don't care enough to stalk this loser's socials. So we're just gonna stick with that one really long-winded dude. Fuck it. Psych, gotcha, bitch.
Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. Another one. And another one.
I know I said I wasn't gonna. I wouldn't want to be condescending. But us Midwesterners rival the friggin' British in our pettiness, and I could go on, but I spend about as much time as you probably do typing things into ChatGPT. So that's clearly plenty good by your standards for research. Isn't that right, all these brand ant man? Oh, I'm not showing you this face, by the way. This is all you get. I do basically look like a rounder version of this, though. Well, when he was rounder. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. It got in my mouth. Oh, shit, it tastes like weed. Don't fucking talk shit about Kevin Smith. Fuck. Hey, you even pontificated on asking ChatGPT at the end of your short, but here's a good question to ask it. How much time have you sunk into it?
That's a good question, right?
Hell yeah, it is, Mange Monkey. Add into the fact that AI was built off stolen work of creatives, and yeah, you bet your sweet dirty hoe that means written material too. Not unlike this very script I wrote, because, I don't know, some of us find solace in the art of actually putting together the few remaining brain cells we have left to make something mildly original. At least compared to you, apparently. And it's not just generative image AI. All of it was trained without anyone's consent and without any viable option for opting out. Which, hey, aren't you a gardener? I'd be surprised that someone who appreciates growing something with your own hands, reaping the results of your labor through trial and tribulation, would be so brain-rotted if it weren't for the pain that is the knowledge of knowing how many farmers willingly voted for the Mango Mussolini and his brigade of belligerent, billionaire, bigoted boy toys. Is that really the group you want to fall in fucking line with? That's what you're doing when you say shit like, AI is just a tool like any other new tool, The biggest tool here is you. Again, I reiterate, on a fucking gardening channel. Even if it was a proper tool, it's a bad one. Which, in a wild turn of events, one that China managed to crank out with less than half the funding out of nowhere, nearly surpassed in capability. Fucking shocker. I beg you to rub your last two fucking brain cells together as to why someone, anyone, might possibly justify ChatGPT. Actually, no. I'll make it easy. I'll do it for you. Call me Drawz GPT, because I'll serve it to you on a silver platter. Free of charge, at no environmental cost. It's because Google search fucking sucks now. But why, oh why does it suck so hard, you might ask? I'll give you one good fucking guess. AI. A fucking I. The thing in which you defend to the detriment of your character, mocking and laughing at people who have just the smallest shred of decency and following in the footsteps of the musty muskrat, mindlessly as he marches against modern rights with maggots en masse, is the root evil of one of, if not the biggest selling points to your chatbot fuck toy. And if you don't like being compared to them, then might I suggest jumping ship while you still have a chance to save face, cause brother, you're on the same damn boat defending this type of cunt fuckery. I'm gonna have to slip pissed off bartender some beer or bud funds because I'm so heated I'm going off script and biting this man's cashmere. Back on topic. There is a marked difference between a screwdriver being used to build an IKEA bookshelf and going to IKEA and stealing a pre-made display unit and parading its flimsy, ill-constructed corpse around like you painted the bloody Mona Lisa. Like the dude who bitched about the crappy Garfield trailer and who constantly sucks hell of a boss's dick shouldn't have to be the one to school you on this basic common sense topic, but here we are, I guess. This is what it's come to.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
This is super basic shit. The sheer lack of reasonable compensation, or any regard for flagrant and blatant copyright abuse, and quite possibly most confoundedly from you as someone who clearly has enlightened themselves. Albeit allegedly, now that AI brings everything into question like a scarlet letter. Someone who I'd think would be sensitive to the messing abouts we've done to this poor blighted rock already would respond so mockingly to people who weren't even trolling you, to people who for the most part made genuinely rock solid points even if maybe they couldn't word it very well, where the biggest concern voiced wasn't even one you addressed in the slightest: the impact on the climate. These weren't even gotchas. You just got in your fifis because people called it like they saw it, and the simple truth is it hurt your fragile little ego because somewhere deep down you know they were right. Congrats, you traded one brain-dead cult for another. If what you said is true, and I am in fact not nearly alone in my outright refusal to the AI mush being forced upon us as I thought I was, then I want you to consider this. For someone to talk about not wanting to fall behind with what's hot in tech and turning into a tech-illiterate yuppie, to clearly not see how the winds are blowing with his audience to the point that he mocks people who are just giving their 2 cents in a largely constructive manner, while acting like he's above being condescending immediately after doing just that, tells me everything I need to know about you. It tells me beyond a shadow of a doubt that I wasn't wrong in not paying you any measure of respect at all in this response. An eye for an eye might make the whole world blind, but it sure shit beats looking at your sorry ass. But this is just a stupid video I wanted to get out of my system. Don't take it too seriously because, if I'm being honest, I didn't. So fuck off. And don't make me teach you this lesson again, sonny. Fuck you.